man. I had to shut the computer down and let it just boot up, do its thing, you know what I mean?
Give it
And
some
it's like,
time. Yeah.
yeah, I really took some time to really like be away from that world and down to being a more locked in, better father. I'm already dialed in, but it's like just learning more about my son, like really listening to him and just seeing what matters to him, you know what I mean? Just like, I just had to update my whole life, man. Everything, bro. Dressing better, you know what I mean? Eating better, moving better, man. Like upgrading my studio situation and being able to maximize on like my ideas. Like if I want to do a photo shoot or a video, I could do it right at my spot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like knock it out. Like, you know, we're doing a podcast right here, right now. We could
Yeah,
just make this
exactly.
room a million different situations. So I feel great, man. And it's just being free and having just yeah, bro. It's just a new day for me, man. I feel like people have not seen they've only seen a small percentage of what I can offer.
And it's crazy because I feel like you've done what a lot of other producers, not a lot of producers, but there's other producers or artists who are doing what you're doing, building this real enterprise, but they're a lot louder about it. You guys have done it very quietly, but very successfully. And
Appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, for scoring movies,
Mhm.
Oscar nominated, Oscar winning movies, you're scoring video games, you're doing big brand deals with, Jack in the Box. Like these are massive things that a lot of people aren't doing. And you're also dropping an album every 3 to 4 weeks.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's so like, this is the things that I want to understand is like, how are you actually being able to do all these things and do them at such a high level?
Man, just do it. Don't play. It's just like we get in here every day. We cranking everybody. Like the homie Sam, Nima, our creative director Tyler. Like everybody is just like they pull up, they mashing out at what they do, and we just like we're gonna go until like we can't go no more every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it just once you do that, you get in the flow. So
Yeah.
now it's just like the engine is running. We just got to
Yeah,
keep it
absolutely.
moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep getting sharper.
Yeah, the team's super essential,
Yeah.
But even when we didn't have the right pieces in the team, we're still effective because, it comes from Hit Boy. At the end of the day, it's like just doing things great and being consistent. Like that's all that matters. But you got to get the right pieces around you. The minute you get the right pieces, the flow happens. You get in the state of flow. Once you get in the state of flow, it's over. Like once you find that pocket, it's like game over. And I think like everything in the past, we put out like 15, 20 albums just from working out of Chalice, in one little box.
Yeah.
We didn't realize like what we were in, like in that capacity, Hit Boy's making a beat, then editing a documentary, then doing this. You got Alchemist pulling up, you got this guy, it's just like on top of people, but we're still being effective and productive. And once you get out of there, now it's like running with a parachute and then taking the parachute off. It's like, that's it. It's just like, you're just like, oh, man, I didn't realize I was this fast, and it's like, you get in the right conditions, right environment, like even like mentally, like, for him, like coming in here, he can come in here every day and he just cooks and the beats are sounding harder, the pockets are better, like everybody comes in here and it's like the energy's better because energy is everything, right? It's like energy and just being grateful for the situation you're in, the blessings, like just everything. You just feed off of that and you keep growing. Having the right people around you, you can basically become unstoppable, And I don't think like it's even been, if you look at like everything in the past that we've done, like even like I always tell Hit, I'm like, man, you just getting started. Like really, like
That's
100%,
that's how I feel though. I feel like
Yeah.
a new person. I feel like damn, I get a chance to start over as a free man with all this knowledge, and I'm just way better than I used to be at. Just like what I mean, my craft, and I'm excited to make music. It's like the more I do it, the better I get, and it's like I just know people have not seen what they about to see from me.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I mean, to your point as well, it's just like when you're operating under these constraints, because you can make all the music that you want, but if you can't put it out, if you're waiting for somebody to put something out, like, you A-list artists that have these records with you, but they've never come out before, but you also have a label situation, so you got to wait. And don't get me wrong, I always say this. I'm like, yeah, the label is it works for some. It doesn't work for everybody. I think at the clip that you have, it's not going to necessarily work for you. And it's not to say that like, it's not even like about being an independent artist, because what does that mean in this day and age? It's just more so, do you have the autonomy to do what the fuck you want? Right, and that's the most
move how you want, when you want.
Yeah, exactly.
It's real freeing to be able to do that. I got plenty homies that send deals and they be like, man, I hate this, bro. Like I gotta wait forever to put a song out, and I be people be wanting to do collab projects, and they'll tell you like, "Oh, this producer not hot," but you'll be feeling amazing about the music, and they won't let you drop it, and it's like, that's disheartening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have these conversations.
Yeah. even at the most basic level, like, and the structures like in place, the structures that currently exist, like, if you just have to deal with BA and musicologists and things like that, it ruins the ability to be fluid and just be like dynamic. And art and creativity today is like, anybody at any time can wake up and make something amazing and expression and get it out to the world and let it be discovered. The minute it goes into the process of the system, it slows down just
Yeah.
by nature. So
Yeah.
and in a world where it's all about output,
Momentum.
and momentum and building off of momentum, like you put an album out, album don't matter. Like the music we put out doesn't matter. What matters is the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and what you're building into. It's like one thing warms up the next thing into the next thing, and then discovery happens in perpetuity. Like, the thing you put out today, somebody discovers what you did a year ago because of what you put out today, and you're constantly triggering these mechanisms of discovery. That's what you're doing. And that's just like, it doesn't matter like what you are, like, if you're an artist, producer, or whatever, it's like in the end of the day, like everybody's a content creator, whether that content is a song or a video or a clip or this. It's like,
a meme,
a meme, like anything.
It
Like,
could be anything at this point. Yeah, exactly.
And the music's just the anchor for that, right? It's just there to give you the means to be able to help people discover you, and that's it. That's really the cycle. So once you go into a system doesn't enable that. It's like if you're still binded by 4 to 6 weeks to set this up and this and that, it's like, man, that's not real life anymore. And that's not real life as of the past 24 months.
Right. I was having a conversation with you know that kid Nick Ruffalo? He's at Big Loud Rock. He's got the content going crazy all the time on Instagram. He's like dropping something every day. He's talking about marketing, content, and branding. He said the same thing. He's like, if you broke in like 24 months ago, I'm telling you what, it's not, the game is completely different. It doesn't matter like what you did before. Like now is completely different time, to your point. But this man is you know so much about this digital space right now. He was telling me earlier, he's like, you got to have the algorithmic wheel grease.
You got to grease the wheels.
You got to grease the wheels.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like,
so talk a little bit more about this, because you just started hitting on some points about the algorithm and the content. So like really break this down for people to understand. Listen, folks, I hope you're enjoying this convo with Hit Boy and Nima. These are two of the top players in the music business. We're very lucky to have them on the show. There's a lot to be learned from this episode. Speaking of which, if you're an artist or a manager watching this and want to get more detail regarding your career, then my one-on-one consultations could be for you. These are fully personalized, just you and me tackling whatever you need in your career. Now, if you don't know, I have over 16 years of experience working with artists like Jesse Reyes and Eminem, to managers like Troy Carter and Tyler Henry, and brands like Nike and the Toronto Raptors. I have a deep knowledge in many areas of the music business that can help you map out your next moves. Whether that's helping your personal brand or creating a marketing plan, building out your content strategy that actually provides results, or simply navigating the music industry to whatever is most relevant to where you're at, I want to help. You can now book a one-on-one consultation session for a fee with me through my Calendly. You can find the link in the description below. Now let's get back to the pod. Let's not get it fucking twisted. The music's got to be banging. And obviously you have that. But now how do we make sure that there's exposure to the music?
I mean, it's like, well, everybody's living in their own type of silo. It's like an algorithmic silo. It's like, I could wake up and I'll see something in my feed that could be completely different than you.
Right.
And that could happen for the rest of our lives. But every once in a while, something will cross into both our feeds, like Trump or Not Like Us or whatever it is. Like, it'll just go everywhere, So your job is not to make something that big that goes everywhere. Your job is just to serve what it is that you're serving, right? So Hit Boy can make music all day, and as long as he's serving what he's doing, that's fine. As long as it's great, it will find its path. It'll find where it goes, But all these little like triggers that exist, these things are just, at the end of the day, it's a computer game, it's
gamified.
Yeah, it's like that's it.
Absolutely.
And computers just read data, right? It's just data at all times. Like, it doesn't know if it's a song or a cooking video or this or that. It just sees whether people like it or not. That's it. And so all you can do is just really be great, because if you make something great, it will find its path at the end of the day. And I think greasing the wheels is it's just, at the end of the day, if you look at the album, it's not the end all be all of your career. It's just a trigger.
Right.
you know, and you're just constantly triggering this thing, which trigger the
Stepping
next.
stones
Yeah,
to
stepping
for the
stones. That's
next
the
thing.
game. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
no impact dates.
I
you know?
equate it to like in professional sports, you know, back in the day, the main event was like the basketball game or the football game, right? But now there's so much around that
Yeah.
ball game. Like I watch Gil's Arena more than I watch the NBA playoffs. It's just the way
I
that it
feel
is.
you.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? All
Yeah.
these talking heads, but then in the arena, every single section has their own experiences for kids, for adults. You have the merch shop, you got every corner. So there's so much happening around the main event. But the main event is a song, but there's so much going on
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's you know, you gotta have that story. As
Yeah.
far as the music, yeah, you like gotta have something to connect it. So it's
Yeah.
not just a song, you know?
Yeah, I really like the world that you guys are building right now as well too, because you went off of socials for a little bit.
Man, I had to shut the computer down and let it just boot up, do its thing, you know what I mean?
Give it
And
some
it's like,
time. Yeah.
I really took some time to really like be away from that world. Like I wasn't looking at the gram or nothing for like, you know, 6, 7 months, whatever. And
Beautiful.
it just changed my outlook, you know what I mean? It made me realize like how great of a life I'm living, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you would be living an amazing life. You see somebody else with more stuff, you like, damn, you know, it could be inspiring too, but at the same time, sometimes psychologically, you like, fuck, I ain't going hard enough or whatever the case is. It's like, no, but if you really look around, you're living a good life. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah.
for
I see.
sure.
I mean, I've heard you talk a bit about that, and it's crazy because I've heard you talk about transparently that you're like you feel like you weren't on and you wasn't like people were maybe disrespecting your role in hip hop, and I never got that. I always thought you were the guy for like, you know, it's you,
Word.
boy. I'm from Toronto, so you know we've got
Word.
some heavy hitters over there, but I feel like you're in that same company.
Man, you know, some of that came from the whole deal situation. It made me feel minimized. It
Got
made me
you.
feel like I'm not who I am because it's like I wasn't able to go get that crazy advance off a real giant hit I made. I wasn't
Right.
able to go advance and get out my deal, have an end date to my deal, you know? So it's like it made me feel like, damn, I'm not on like I need to be on.
Mm,
And now I realize like I was on the whole time. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
I just didn't, you know, it just didn't feel like what I thought it should feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
there was just like, I mean, it was banger after bang. I mean, I'm from Toronto. Trophies is
Yeah, right.
it's a
Trophies is a
slap and a
monster.
half. You know what I
That's
mean?
what's
That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
That was ringing off everywhere, but especially in Toronto, if you were in there 2014 when I was going,
Man.
yeah, that was a moment.
That's
You know
what's
what I
up,
mean?
man. Yeah.
So like your name has definitely been in the game, but I get that, you know, from that perspective.
Yeah.
Did Hov was he just aware of the situation and then he
No,
just
for sure. I mean, I had like a couple times I was, you know, with Rock Nation. I was working with them like 2014 for a couple years. Then I went back like 2018, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it was 17.
It's 2017,
Yeah.
2018. And then, you know, he knew about my deal and, you know, we talked about it and, you know, he was trying to help me for a while. And then
that's dope.
when him and Desiree got together, it just like they figured it out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they figured it out. So
He doesn't get enough credit for all the
Yeah.
Oh, no,
great
he-
things that he does for a lot of people. I think the word he's getting out there a little bit more, but yeah, he's always doing some amazing things for artists.
he be quiet about it because that's how you know it's authentic. It's coming from a real place.
Yeah, exactly.
And the lawyers couldn't do it. You know, the lawyers tried. You know, we had to switch lawyers.
Multiple
You know,
times.
Well, the reason why the lawyers don't do it half the time is because the lawyers are also in bed with the
Yeah.
fucking labels.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Y'all gotta say it.
Yeah.
You know?
You said it.
I said it. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? I have the podcast to say it now.
Yeah.
Half the time these labels don't even, they don't.
They all homies. It's all love.
It's it.
It's
That's what it
good.
is. At the end of the day, if they say they can't figure it out, it's just because they don't want to figure it out.
Yeah.
Until you
100.
get a beast of a lawyer, you know, help you out with that.
Yeah,
Or the right person.
straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up, man. Thank God for niggas in Paris. That shit saved my life.
Yeah.
Changed my trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that video was that you and Hope dapping each other up. It seemed,
Man,
that was the
that
first
was-
time you guys spoke since
That was the first time we seen each other.
okay,
The
since
day
you
I got
off
out
the
my deal, I sent them an email, just thanked them, and
Yeah.
him and Desiree, and you know, he hit me back like, man, appreciate the acknowledgement, and you know, whatever. Like, I'm happy for you, congrats, all that. And when I seen him, it was like I went up to him like, I bowed down, dog. Like I just had to
Yeah.
bow to the homie, and then we shook it out, hugged it out. It was love, man. That shit was dope. That shit felt great. Like, damn,
Yeah.
this is a great dude right here.
Yeah. And now so moving forward, so are you looking at the options? Or you just taking your time?
Both.
Maybe
we doing it all. I'm
Okay.
trying to like, you know, like we talked about, just like, you know, trying to see what the best situation is.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, at this point you have all the options to do whatever you want in this situation, right?
100.
Yeah.
Yeah.